Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is an A2 level reading lesson and we're going to be talking about things that annoy people. Alright, so what's happening in these pictures and how do you feel about it? So this person looks like maybe he's either worried or scared about something. These two people are both involved in doing something on their phones. This person looks like maybe he's angry. And this person looks like she's enjoying something to eat. Alright, things that annoy us. We all have bad habits, and sometimes other people's bad habits really annoy us. And here are some examples. People who chew gum really annoy me. It's a disgusting habit. Gary is irritating. He's always singing to himself at his desk. Javier mumbles. He doesn't speak clearly, and I can't understand what he says. Rachel has a very annoying voice. I can't stand listening to her. And here's some language to show annoyance about people's habits. So Simone and her husband drive me up the wall. So drive me up the wall is an idiom just meaning that the person's behavior really bothers you. Tony really gets on my nerves. Again, gets on my nerves is an idiom, meaning, again, something that bothers you, makes you upset. Alex's behavior drives me nuts. And my neighbor's dog drives me crazy. Sometimes little things can drive us crazy. And do any of these things annoy you? Like a can opener. Sometimes people are annoyed if the can opener doesn't work well or easily. A noisy dog, a dog who barks and cries. Sometimes it can be annoying if you're trying to work or you're trying to sleep. Missing the bus could annoy you because it means that you'll be late to work. Mosquitoes can be annoying if they're buzzing around in your ear or biting you. Losing your sunglasses can be annoying. And having no money to pay for parking can also be annoying. Alright, so which is the worst? Rate each of these from 1 to 5. 1 doesn't bother you, and 5 really annoys you. You spend half an hour to find an ATM, and when you arrive, you discover that it's out of order. You are on a 3-hour train ride. Behind you, 2 people are talking loudly. You go to the cafe because you want a coffee. It's 3:32 p.m. The waiter tells you that they stopped serving coffee at 3:30. Your neighbors wake you at 4 a.m. by playing loud music. And the person sitting next to you on a plane, bus, or train smells very bad. So, again, these are just your opinions. What bothers you? So, 1 doesn't bother you at all, and 5 bothers you a lot. All right, now we're going to read this article. In each section, there'll be some vocabulary words, and then you can either pause the video and read on your own or follow along as I read. Effort, which is physical or mental activity needed to achieve something. Run around, move about without a direction or goal. Lane is a line of people waiting in a shop. Way too many, it's an informal way of saying more than necessary. So Peter, I don't like going to the supermarket. What makes it worse is that some parents don't make any effort to control their children's behavior. The kids run around the supermarket as if they are in a playground and their parents don't say anything. Another thing I dislike is people getting in the express checkout lane when they clearly have way too many things. It drives me nuts. So what annoys Peter and why? What doesn't Peter enjoy doing? What do some children do that annoys him? And what does Peter dislike about the express checkout lane? And then finally, do you agree with Peter and do the same things drive you crazy? So you can pause the video, take a few moments, answer those questions, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So Peter doesn't enjoy going to the supermarket. He says that children who run around and act as if the supermarket is a playground annoy him. And he doesn't like people who get in the express lane, the express checkout lane, when they have too many items. Okay, wait ages. That's an informal way of saying wait for a long time. Crowded, it's full of people. Change lanes, to move from one lane to another on the road. Turning signal, the light on your car that indicates that you are turning, also called blinker or indicator. Okay, Joseph. If you take public transportation, you often have to wait ages for the bus or train to arrive. Then, when it finally comes, it is often very crowded, so you have to stand up all the way home, squashed together with the other passengers. When I'm driving, I hate it when people change lanes without using their turning signal. It's so inconsiderate. So many people use transportation to travel, to work and home. Which of these annoyances did Joseph mention? People who eat food on the bus, drivers who don't pay attention to traffic lights, passengers who take up more than one seat, standing up on a bus or train for the entire journey, and drivers who move from one lane to another without signaling. Well, he actually mentioned D and E. Convenient is involving little trouble or effort. Let's read about Louise. I work in an office. There is a sandwich shop just a few minutes walk away, which is very convenient. The problem is they ask so many questions. I hate having to answer about 25 questions just to get a sandwich. What kind of bread would you like? What kind of cheese? Which salad? Which kind of sauce? Do you want pepper and salt? I don't care. Just give me a sandwich. And do you agree with Louise? Do people ask too many questions about food and drinks? What about waiters? What questions would annoy them? All right, here we have some additional vocabulary. Waste of time is a useless activity. Scotch tape, a long, thin strip of sticky material that is sold in a roll and is used for joining together paper or cardboard. Irritating is annoying. Anna. When I'm getting ready for work, I always lose my keys. Every day, I spend at least 5 minutes looking for them in the morning. It's such a waste of time. Excuse me. Another thing I dislike is trying to find the end of a roll of Scotch tape. I always fold the end over when I use it, but no one else in my family does. They never put the lid back on the toothpaste either. It's very irritating. So what can you remember about the entire text, and are these statements true or false? Anna loses her sunglasses every day and spends at least 5 minutes looking for them. Well, that was false. It's not her sunglasses, but it's her car keys. Louise goes to the sandwich shop because it's close to where she works. That's true. Joseph doesn't like standing on crowded buses. That's true. And Peter gets annoyed by parents who do not control their children's behavior in the supermarket. That is true. All right, so talk about the things and people that drive you crazy. Do you have a friend or family member? Does a friend or family member have a habit that really annoys you? What is the most irritating thing that happens on public transportation? What annoying habits does your best friend have? Which person at work or school drives you nuts and why? And finally, what do you do that really annoys people? You can practice writing some answers to those questions. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any questions, leave those for me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.